Something we used to do a lot. Haven't done it too much this year. And a lot of times I'll see an article that says these beloved stores may be closing soon, and we'll take it and put it into an envelope. We'll take this article and put it in an envelope and see if next year at this time, when we open the envelope, have the stores actually closed.
Yeah, we did. It's been a couple years. For a long time, I know, like, I can remember Rite Aid was on the list.
Yeah.
I think they finally closed.
Finally got them. Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Which they are all gone except one in Oregon. Now, these are all food chains. These are all food chains that either used to be nationwide or they're across a large swath of the country. And a lot of them, they're saying, are on their last legs, and we may sadly lose them next year. Now, we'll open this list. We'll just put a date on it of maybe December 20th of next year.
Yeah.
You know, right before the end of this program next year, assuming we all make it.
Assuming.
Okay. Pizza Inn is one on the list. And I like that pizza now.
Yeah, they had the buffet.
Yes, they did.
You go in there and get your salad and you set your pizza and pasta.
I haven't supported them since 1989, but I like Pizza Inn.
That was always the once the Demm family, once Shakey's closed in Richmond, Pizza Inn became our go-to. It was a little bit closer, and that was our Friday night thing.
It's good pizza.
For years and years.
And it did have a buffet, and it was very good.
I think it's the first place I ever had a steak and cheese sandwich.
Was it that?
When I was young. Delicious.
Founded in Dallas, 1958. Menu includes pan pizzas, garlic bread, spaghetti, strombolis. Like most restaurants, struck hard by the pandemic, but was struggling even before. Other pizza chains have thrived as more and more people opted to order food in their homes, but they have had trouble.
They
didn't deliver.
Adapted delivery, did they?
No, they have
or
not.
Adopted delivery.
So they are saying that they've had a 9% revenue drop this year, huge revenue drop last year. Pizza lovers may be looking somewhere else.
Well, I will remember them fondly if it happens.
Me too.
I will too.
I thought they were
that was their old slogan for Pizza Out.
It's Pizza Inn. That's right. Dave and I know this place because we grew up country.
Oh, yes.
It's called Ryan's Steakhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Buffet place as well.
Is it?
Yes.
Never been.
Yeah.
When they built one in my hometown of Ashburn, North Carolina, my mama said we were
closed the schools.
Oh, God.
Mayor came out.
Through a parade.
I wanted to cut the ribbon.
Hoisted some guy named Ryan up in a chair.
Anybody named Ryan eats here for life for free.
Oh, my God.
And this is pre-sneeze guard days.
Oh, yeah.
You just get in there and get it.
Get in and get
Is
it.
Barehanded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's after Sunday eating. After Sunday's church.
A warning from health experts. Do not go to Ryan's.
I didn't know they were still around.
Lack of social distancing. Many buffet restaurants have had problems.
Right.
There are some left. It was founded in 1978, but now it looks like they're going to be closing the last of their stores this year.
Does it say on your sheet, Kelly, where it started? I don't know anything about it.
No, it does not. It says it started. It's a southern chain that started, it still has a location in Charleston, West Virginia, but that's been closed since 2020. They keep promising they're going to reopen, but haven't yet. And they're down to only 25 restaurants across the country.
I didn't even know. I thought they closed a decade ago for good.
No, they still have a few, but not many left. And it looks like they're all going to go away.
Were they always a buffet, or did they used to have
sit down?
Were they used to be like sit down, go through the line, get you drink and
That's
your dessert?
That's how
salad. And go. Well, it was like a
cafeteria.
We used to call them. Well, no, it wasn't cafeteria because they deliver your food, but you could get your salad and your dessert. In the line. On the line, then you go sit and you wait for Brenda to bring you supper.
Yes.
That's kind of a mix, I guess, of buffets.
It is a mix, yeah.
That's
it was
how
like
it
a
was.
Quincy's or a Western Sizzlin'. We had those too.
Yes.
Bonanza was like that.
Bonanza was like that. Ponderosa.
Country strong.
Yeah.
And I hate to see Ryan's because to me it was like a cut above some of this Western.
Where's the place where you got the dude?
That was Cattleman's.
That's the Cattleman's.
But it burned down. Some say insurance fraud.
Some say grease
Locals
fire.
whispered it for years.
It was disputed.
They never cleaned the
That's
grease.
an ugly word.
I am so glad you said that. The Cattleman's is where I used to get the dude well done. And when it burned to the ground,
One of my favorite lines on this program is when Biggie pretended to be the waiter, bringing over your meal.
oh yeah,
Who got the dude?
I go through it and say, "Give me the dude, well done." When that burned to the ground, and many whispered insurance fraud. From its ashes sprung Ryan's. And that's true. Ryan's,
Did it really?
Yes, that's where Ryan's Steakhouse was.
Yeah, they always tend to conglomerate in the
Yes.
same spot.
Right in the front of the mall. Right in front of the darn mall.
Yeah. You don't have to go in to get to the mall to get there.
That's right.
An out parcel.
Somebody knows something about Ryan. Vanilla Thunder. You have a comment on Ryan's Steakhouse. Go ahead.
Yeah, we used to eat the one in Asheboro all the time, but I was going to tell you there's still one open in Myrtle Beach.
Aha.
We went to it last year.
Still as good as always?
God, no.
Better.
And a Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you, Vanilla Thunder.
Sorry, Ryans.
You're
Talking about us on the radio. Gather around.
Are they trying to save our restaurant chain?
That is good? No, God, no.
Not exactly, boss.
We have one of these here. We're in North Carolina. We have one. There's 71 locations left nationwide. Bravo Italian Kitchen.
There's how many left?
71.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh.
Yes. Bravo Italian.
I never
Kitchen.
heard of it till it moved here and
10 years ago?
I think I've been there once.
I've been there a handful of times.
Yeah, I've been a few times.
Never blown away.
No, it's a chain.
I'd
as you
like for it.
mentioned.
Again, pandemic has caused so many problems. They've tried to do curbside pickup and delivery. Some locations more successful than others, but they are saying we may see the end of Bravo next
The
year.
one not too far from where we are, I always thought did pretty well.
Me too. I think it
But
does. I think it does.
It's anecdotal. I haven't been in years.
I see.
I didn't love it.
My daughter has gone a few times with her friends, and they do like it. I've been once. I thought it was pretty good, but it, like we had Macaroni Grill here, and it closed, which I loved.
Explain that.
We were
I
big
loved
Macaroni Grill fans.
and they were.
I loved it.
Busy all the
too.
time. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it.
Rent presses.
The next two are real surprises to me. Pizza Hut.
The Hut?
Pizza Hut.
Get up and leave.
Struggling to keep up with
The new TV ad campaign?
Yeah, they got what's his name?
They got Craig.
But no one's going.
They have Craig. They have Craig? Who is
Craig
Craig?
Robinson. He's opening the tray. He's
Oh, yeah. I'm seeing that.
playing the old Pac-Man games.
Yeah.
The guy from The Office.
Yeah, the guy from The Office.
Yeah,
They're
I've
doing the
seen
checker tablecloth.
Oh, yeah. I have seen that.
The old Tiffany lamps.
The Tiffany lamps.
Biggie saying no.
Look, I have some pizza knowledge.
Mm-hmm, you do.
And
He's an insider.
Mm-hmm, you are.
I'm not shocked by that. The product is not good anymore.
In August 2020, they closed 300 locations, or they announced they were going to and have. The closure is part of a deal struck between the parent brand, Yum, and a franchisee, so they've closed a bunch already. Now, again, pandemic-related, looking ahead, this past September, they've announced that they are going to close 10% more locations. They have been closing them through 2021 quietly. And they are leaning on things like the big dinner box and wading into more stuffed crust pizza, hoping that will spark a return.
I mean, they're spending a fortune on advertising.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
I know.
I always had a joke, still do, that I'd order once a year just to see if it was still as bad as I remembered. And normally it is.
I
Last
don't
time
like
I-
that.
I'm a fan.
That was the first pan pizza I'd ever had.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's good pizza.
Last time I ordered,
like it.
I took a picture of it because I got a pizza folded on top of itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's called a
yeah.
calzone.
Yeah,
They
that's
had,
right.
yeah, no, it had literally folded over.
Oh,
And I called back, and the lady was like, "Well, it wasn't that way when it left here." And I'm like,
welcome.
Yeah.
I believe her.
Yeah.
No
And
offense.
I'm like, "Oh yeah, I believe your driver probably dropped it on the way." And she was like, "Well, you have no proof of that."
Don't tell me my business, boy.
I
I wouldn't know where. There's only one of in this town that I know of.
Is that true? Is there only
It's
one?
the only one
left?
I know
One
know
left?
of.
Yeah.
I mean, Pizza Hut offers, which I think is why it's still around, great memories because it's like I remember going there,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember that was the first place I got like one of those red Pepsi cups, like
Yes.
pizza and a soda. I mean, it was like a tradition.
And the
It was
shape of the
great.
building.
Yeah.
Well, I see those shaped. I see that building like it's a bank now or
Yeah, the
something.
Hardee's.
Yeah, the Hardee's.
Well, there's entire web pages devoted to buildings
Yeah.
that used to be
Yes.
pizza
Yeah,
huts.
that's right. That's true.
It's fascinating.
And there's a web page design for old McDonald's for the
Yes.
they look like prisons now. They look like little
I like the
jail
way
houses.
I like the way they used to look.
No, they're
Didn't
going
you like
away.
the way they used
You'll
to
come
look?
across them if you see one. Take a picture and show it to your grandkids.
Because they had that look on the top.
They're going
Because
away.
now it's just a cube.
It's a block cement.
Yeah.
Cement.
I was very surprised by this. These are restaurants that may be going away in 2022. Dave and Buster's may be going away. I thought that was big popular. I really thought that was good.
Never been to one, but
It is. I've only been to once, and they were. It's fun one time. It's a little spendy, but you go there
is
to
it
spend money.
burgers,
play,
wings?
play games. They've got the big game room with the skee
Right.
ball. And
Yeah. But
all
I
the other
gotta
stuff.
figure that's a lot to operate though, too, right?
I thought it was ice cream place too, right? Don't people get Dave and Buster's ice cream? I'm wrong about that.
It's more of a party spot.
You're thinking of something else.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's red. It's red. It's not. It's something about ice cream. What is it called?
Oh, you're thinking of Cold Stone.
No.
Is there a Brewster's, you think?
Brewster's, that's it. Yeah. It's
Dave and Buster's is like an adult arcade.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
arcade for kids, too. I mean,
yeah, they'll cater.
But
they have laid off 1,300 employees. They started this past quarter with 104 locations. Now they have 89, and they're thinking this might be the end of it next year.
I think a lot of that, if it is pandemic related, you got kids in there not social distancing, everyone touching everything, not wiping things down.
Leads right into the next one. Chuck E. Cheese.
Same.
Breaks my heart. Chuck E. Cheese.
A little piece of America.
That's right. They are $700 million in debt. Who's going to bail out Chuck E. Cheese?
You got 5?
Let's bail. No, I'm not going to give them 5.
No.
Let's bail out the rat. That's what they should go on and say. Bail out the rat. I'm so upset by this. This is America.
Mm-hmm.
The pizza's not very good. Doesn't matter. Get in there and eat.
And nobody wants to go there.
Parties there. No.
Remember, they early in the pandemic, smart thinking, started changing their name on the delivery apps to Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
Genius.
Trying to get people to order, not realizing it's just Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
Well, didn't we learn that that's what they call the kitchen when you go to Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah.
It's Pasquale's
kitchen. Yeah. So they just didn't put Chuck E. Cheese on
No, you had
internet.
no clue. Yeah. Just Pasquale's Pizza popped up one day.
Brilliant. And then people started to order and go, this tastes a lot like Chuck E. Cheese. Right.
Exactly.
Grazie.
Pasquale's. Dave and our country strong, Golden Corral.
That hurts.
It's home, doesn't it?
That stabs me right in the chest.
It goes right down the same buffet line.
That's my favorite salad bar.
Right.
No salad, no bar.
No, it's mostly that chocolate fountain. Isn't it?
They do have a wonderful salad bar, but remember, my salad is a bed of lettuce, then ham, cheese, egg, ranch.
Pound of ranch.
Why even the lettuce? What's the just put
get a glass of ranch
all down there,
just so everyone else can watch him doing it. Yep, here we go.
Get a salad.
Salad for me.
Oh God, I love their salad bar.
Bacon bits.
Also, my favorite brunch location because sometimes if you time it just right, you can get breakfast and it'll feed right over into lunch when they're making the switch out, and you can get both.
Right.
Now, they have the fountain, right?
They got the chocolate fountain. That's the first I ever saw it.
That's right. At its peak, well, in fact, 2 years ago, they had 525 locations. Today, they have 375. And they are saying that it is losing money. Several have filed Chapter 11. Some locations and franchisees continue to hold on, but it's an inevitable downward slide. And the pandemic killed it again.
They've been good to us here.
They're great.
On this program.
Yes.
When I drive by, I guess I don't go in, but I drive by, the parking lot's always full. I mean, even at 5 in the afternoon or even at odd hours, there's cars there.
I don't know about that one. I think they may hang on in some places at least.
Yeah, I think some towns might.
We support the Golden Corral. That's a pretty good place.
Get in the corral.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Fat Tony knows something about the chocolate fountain.
Let's talk about
You would.
Yeah, I had to give it up about 4 or 5 years ago. I was standing in line, maybe get some marshmallows, stick it in there, have a treat. There was a little boy, probably about 7, 8 years old. He had a handful of marshmallows, and he just stuck them straight in the chocolate fountain. It just ran all down his arm. It went everywhere. The staff didn't even do anything about it. So I was like, we're done here.
That's living, though, isn't it?
I don't know, Fat Tony. I like it.
Do we need a lifeguard? Do we need an enforcer?
A fountain enforcer?
That's just
a
what
fountain
you get.
guard?
They make no apologies.
Move along,
for
kid.
it.
Move along, kid. Hey, skewer that marshmallow.
Thank you, Fat Tony. Unfortunately, they're more like you.
He didn't bring up the salad.
No, he didn't mention that.
The best salad bar.
That's the best salad bar you're going to find at Golden Corral.
Where else can you get ham and cheese and ranch?
Exactly. All in one spot. Very surprised by this one. IHOP may be closing next year.
Really?
I'm very surprised by that now.
I don't see that happening.
Me neither. They've announced plans to close 100 locations. They did that this year. They'd close another 16 the year before that. One franchisee that owns 49 spots has filed for Chapter 11. And they're saying 75% of this is due to pandemic-related restrictions, that they can't get people in there.
I don't think they get people to work either.
That's probably
part of
true.
it,
That's
too.
probably true. That's
I mean,
right.
when are they the busiest? Friday night,
Is that the
Overnight?
Saturday,
late
Saturday
night?
night,
Sunday
Sunday
mornings.
morning.
Yep. They do say if it isn't able to fill staff shortages, it may not see a comeback.
Yeah, that's it as much as the people not coming in to eat. I think people are people are going to eat.
Yeah.
I think there's nobody there to serve them or cook.
Could you survive if you're an IHOP if you're only open Wednesday through Monday, or close Monday, Tuesday?
No, because they probably don't own their land. They have to pay rent.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I think, too, when you think of, like, as we all have gone to more pick up and take out or have it delivered, you don't think about, like, IHOP and Golden Corral. That's a go and eat there, get a buffet.
The buffets for sure.
Yeah,
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
IHOP, though, I guess you don't really think of, I don't think a lot of people think of getting breakfast delivered.
It doesn't carry well.
I was just reading about breakfast, is that you know how you'll eat the same breakfast 3 or 4 times a week, but not the same dinner. And they say it's because you're busiest in the morning and you're awake and alert, so you don't really care as much about different tastes in the morning. You'll take whatever. Because you'll eat bacon and eggs 3 times in a week, no problem, but you wouldn't want pork chops and applesauce 3 times in a week,
Now, our schedules are different, but I will say on weekends, I do like making breakfast, like my own breakfast. So it is kind of, I would never think about going out for breakfast.
Right.
And some breakfast things have gotten a little more expensive. Some breakfast restaurants. The prices have gone up.
Good God.
Well, that's the thing, too.
I just bought bacon.
Hang on. Bacon, good God.
Excuse me.
No true words been spoken.
Language.
Can I say, bacon is like $9 for a slab of bacon.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
That's an Oscar Mayer bacon for right at $9.
I know.
This is America.
Eggs aren't cheap.
Well,
That's right.
What?
and I'll tell you,
Eggs aren't cheap either.
Oh,
I mean, the stuff
weird
that they're counting on.
I'm trying to think, what kind of bacon is he eating? Well, eggs aren't cheap.
Bacon and eggs are not cheap.
You get an Oscar Mayer or decent bacon, you can pay a lot of money.
People don't want to pay a lot of money for breakfast. Well, unless it's exclusive, it's local, and it's it's got some sauce on it.
IHOP
Bacon
is
and
pricey.
eggs.
IHOP is more expensive.
To me, yeah. I mean, it's a pricey breakfast than if you, if am gonna have breakfast, I'm gonna go to a local diner.
These are restaurants that sadly
That's a big if.
That's right. That's right. He ain't going out right now.
Yeah.
Sadly, these are restaurants that may be closing in 2022. Here's the last. IHOP's sister brand, Applebee's, may be closing.
Wow.
That's a big name.
I thought we just talked about them having a rejuvenation thanks to the song.
Yeah,
been their swan song.
They did. They did have it's like that last, like, hold on, maybe.
Yeah.
The brand has been facing problems for a number of years, even before the pandemic. In 2017, they lost $330 million. Franchisees, again, filing Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and they may go out of business next year. That casual dining, hoping to bounce back.
Is it part of workers, and I mean like kitchen staff, wanting to make more money and demanding a higher hourly wage in these large chain
It seems
restaurants?
like they have a lot of employees at an Applebee's.
Yeah, and these chain restaurants don't want to pay the $8. They want to pay $8 an hour. They don't want to pay $14.
Yeah.
No, because there's other chain restaurants that are, doing just fine and
there's
paying
some that
$8 an hour. But I think the ones you've listed are all pandemic related.
You do.
I mean, there's buffets on there. IHOP is already pricey. We talked about not going out for breakfast as much.
What about Applebee's?
Applebee's was already struggling. All those restaurants on that list make sense.
Do you think Ruby Tuesday does better than Applebee's?
No, Ruby Tuesday already shut down too.
Where am I?
I think that.
Where am I in this world?
Open the envelope.
Yeah, they're gone. Well, we opened it last year.
the other
I
envelope.
think we said Ruby Tuesdays was gone.
Did we say Ruby Tuesday was gone?
Oh, they're gone. Yeah, we buried them.
Well, what's doing well that's similar to Applebee's? Olive Garden.
Olive Garden still, I guess, does.
Yeah, they probably do, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's one that's not an Italian place that does? Is there anyone?
Cracker Barrel?
I think your
Yes.
middle of the road places are going to be doing better, like your burrito places.
Well, I'm
that
saying
can be sit down.
what's
order.
Applebee's competition? Used to be Ruby Chili's.
Chili's,
does
O'Charlie's.
Chili's,
Okay, they do all
but
right
I
on
think I would bet if you ask them, they're not doing as well as they once were. That style of restaurant is going away.
all of them because you were just saying that some were doing well. You don't think
I'm saying you're more that style, that kind of the Chili's, the Applebee's, always put those together. The Ruby Tuesday,
Brass and Fern.
Yeah, those are going away, and they were before the pandemic. The pandemic might have just finished them off.
I like the Brass and Fern place.
Oh, you do.